True Warrior Football. True Warrior Football. True Warrior Football.
You are listening to True Warrior Football Podcast with your host, Corey Kid Smith.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I'm your host, Corey Kid Smith. You're watching True Warrior Football. And this week, our Warriors got back on to the right start, the right way to go about things. 32-3 victory over Carmel. Just a really, really great all-around game from our team. Offensively, we did a lot of great things. Defensively, played exceptionally well. Special teams had some great plays on the night. You know what? This getting our team back focused really, really showed just what this team is made of. It truly showed what this team is made of. We had a different week of practice, I felt like, last week. Coach Kirshner, he has been a championship-winning football coach for a while. And he showed, the reason why he's won so many games is his ability to change things around. When things aren't working, he's able to tool around some things and get things going. The game plans from offensive coordinator Coach Chad Spann and the game plan from defensive coordinator Coach Corey Clark were exceptional. Offensive line-wise, I said last week, we needed to do better in the trenches, okay? Our offensive game plan in the trenches the prior couple weeks had not been cutting it. It had not been cutting it, and we made some moves. We got some guys in that hadn't been playing on the offensive line like that, and really their play in Friday night's game was key, instrumental, really. And those young guys pushed out a performance. I would say was our best running performance of the season, possibly. If not of the season, probably since the beginning of the year. What we did this week on the offensive line was just truly, truly spectacular. We had previous 3 games or so, we had less than 100 yards rushing. Against Carmel, we had over 200. Improvements like that greatly help our team. Not only did it help our team, it helped our defense especially. Our offense was able to play keep away ball, game controlled much of the game, and limit the opportunities that Carmel had. Carmel just had 7 possessions. I looked at everything at the end because I'm watching the game, I'm calling the game, I'm tracking things, and I noticed at halftime we had 3 stops on 4 possessions, had another 3 stops in the second half. 6 total stops on 7 possessions. Their one score was on a drive that got extended by penalties, and that's something that we got to work on as well. It's still something that is can be a backbreaker for us on defense. But defensively, 6 stops on 7 possessions, I'll take that every night. And when you have routinely been on the field for 10 possessions, 11 possessions, 12 possessions, you had 16 possessions against Pike, okay? When you're routinely on the field like that, it just wears on you, okay? The longer it goes, for most teams, the longer it goes, the worse it's going to be for you. But for us, we're just different. We're built different, this defense is. So that was great. But offensive line play was spectacular. Kendall Garnett had a great night. Jalen McMoore had a great night as well. Got his first touchdown of the season. Kendall Garnett added a touchdown as well. Or maybe added 2. It was just a really, really great game. Quarterback-wise, we had a change. Anthony Dennison made his first start of the season, and like I said, he got hurt in the first game against Fort Wayne Snyder, had to miss some weeks. He came back against Pike, threw 2 interceptions. It wasn't what he had wanted to be, but he took care of the ball really well, except for one interception that he had. But that was late in the game. By that point, the game was already without question in hand. But him and the chemistry between Eric Hester and himself was impressive. Impressive. They made a lot of great connections on the ball. He made a great pass down the field to set up a score with Javon Guess, our tight end. And, we just did some really great things on the night. Offensively, we did some really great things. We got our guy, an X factor that a lot of people probably wouldn't think of being an X factor. You talk about the D line all the time. You talk about, okay, Damian Shanklin, LSU commit. You talk about Tyrone Burris, who has been outstanding. He gets overshined by his other players on the defensive line, but he's been outstanding for a long time as well. Jeremy Finch Jr. has been a terror. Not much more I can really say there. He is a problem for teams. But my guy, Marcus Bell, okay, 2023 True Warrior Football Warrior Award winner. This guy right here was spectacular. I don't know if it's his best game of the season, but man, his impact on the game was truly, truly unique. He was in here on a blocked punt. It was either him or Jeremy Finch Jr. One of them got their hand up and was able to block it and then recovered it. Would set up another score, a score that he would eventually get himself running the ball, and then he get the 2-point conversion. Then on top of that, he has a sack later in the game. He also has this great fake punt run play right here that is able to convert to fourth down. I want to say we end up getting a field goal, maybe a touchdown from this. But it was really good. It's funny. I said to him after the game, man, you couldn't make that guy miss. Come on now. It's just him and one other guy down there. You could make him miss and get some more yardage and maybe even got in the end zone. It's like, nah, that wasn't going to happen. But you know what? He had a great game. Ended up being MVP. Just a really outstanding game from the team. Offense, defense, special teams wise, we did some great things. Really, Carmel, they came into the game struggling. They had some guys. They had great talent. They have offensive linemen, 2 offensive linemen. I think one's going to Toledo. Another one's committed to go to Army. Great talent. Their wide receiver, Nathan Williams, who plays both sides of the field. Their head coach told me, talking to him before the game about, things I should look for, players I should know about on the broadcast. He said, yeah, guy Nate Williams, tremendous player. A lot of schools looking at him. And he expected him to, be a good guy and help them out. And, he's been a guy for them, had about 4 or 5 touchdowns on the season. He has 3 interceptions on the season as well. He was a no factor, a non-factor in the game. And what he and the Carmel team he wasn't able to deliver. And really, by the middle of the third quarter, I could tell that they were ready to pack it in. They were ready to pack it in, call it a night, and get on to the next week. We just beat it out of them. We beat it out of them, and I was quite honestly surprised that it was that way. I think they were thinking that they were going to see a little bit of the same Warren Central team from the previous week against Lawrence North, but that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case at all. So what we have done is show that not only can we change up things, but we can still compete against teams that are well coached and go out there and play Warren Central football. And that is definitely going to be needed because we have to finish the season strong. Finish the regular season strong, okay? here we are, 7-1, looking to finish off a 3-game homestand, and we have an old rival coming back. First time we faced them in 10 years. The Irish, the Cathedral Irish are coming to our place. Okay? First time we faced them since 2014. We are 4-2 against them since 2004. A long rivalry that dates back to the 80s. We used to face them every year in the 80s and 90s. But, you know, I looked at our record against them, and it's this 20th game I think we have in our series, and we've won 10, they won 9. So let's get back to our winning ways. And this is a Cathedral team that is well coached. Head coach Bill Peoples has won 2 state championships there, back-to-back years. I want to say it was 2020 and 2021 when they were, it's either 5A one year or 4A one year, 5A the next year. Maybe both was 5A. But regardless, they come in here with some talent, man. All right. They got great speed on the back end. Linebackers really well. Safety plays really well. They're defensively, they are legit. They are legit. Offense, though. Offense. This is where, you know, I have to come back and remind everybody again about the weapons that we just saw from Lawrence North 2 weeks ago. Okay? They got weapons. They got cats. And they got cats in the area that gave us fits. And that area is track guys. And once again, speed kills. Speed kills. We have to be ready. We must be ready because they have guys. This Devon Slaughter guy, look at this. Okay? This is from last year, but this guy right here, he goes and gets the ball. He goes up and makes a play. Great great playmaker on the ball. Great speed. He's not the biggest of players, but man, he will make his presence known. Okay? Another guy, Harvey, right here. Look at these numbers. All right? Playmaker, once again. Then this guy, Xavier Dangerfield. I don't know if he is considered the best running back in 6A. I don't know if he's considered the best running back in 6A. But what I do know is he's seen our film against LN. He saw what Xavier Moore did to our defense. And he said, oh, I can do that. I can do that and more. I know I can do that and more. I'm just as fast, if not faster. I mean, look at these numbers. Look at this. This is top talent right here. Track speed. If we aren't ready, if we aren't doing the things that we should be doing, we will be in for a long night. We will be in for a long night. And like this guy right here, 100 yards rushing in 4 of his last 5 games. And one of those games, he had 196. 3 touchdowns, and he did that against Center Grove. Okay? Those are numbers we haven't had against Center Grove since Ramir Elliott was playing. And even then, I think we still struggled. All right? We have to be ready. All right? We must be ready for this game. Because this is a team right here that's done something that we haven't done in a very long time. That's beat Center Grove. And they beat Center Grove. I want to say the score was like 49-45. All right? Not only did they beat Center Grove, they beat Center Grove at Center Grove. They put up 40 points. I want to say we haven't scored 40 points or more against Center Grove in a decade. Like, not even that. I'm not even sure we've scored 40 points combined on Center Grove. We didn't score anything against them last year. We had 28 points. Maybe I think it was like 28-9. 2021, I want to say we maybe scored a touchdown. So it's been 3 or 4 years since we've scored 40 points period, total, against Center Grove. They did that in one game. All right? This is a team, Cathedral, that's coming in here. And listen to Kirk Cousins right here.
My teammate used to say, walk into your trap, take over your trap, was the line he would say. And so that's kind of what it is. You go into someone else's stadium and you try to assert yourself. That's what everybody's trying to do when they go on the road. It's hard to do, but that's certainly the goal.
All right. I said the same thing against Lawrence North. They want to come into our trap and take over our trap. They want to set up shop. They want to set up shop. They want to beat us. They feel like they are a much better team than we are. We have to go out here and prove to them that not only are they not, but we are a much better team than they ever thought we were. We have to go out here and establish ourselves from the very opening kick to the last whistle. We have to remind teams, remind all 6A, maybe remind the state, okay? Because I'm getting tired of seeing all these polls, everything. Everybody talking about, oh, this team is that, this team is that, this team is that. You know what? People forgot what goes on over here on the east side. We have to remind them. It's been too long since we've truly reminded them. Okay? You already got one program that we came up short against saying, oh yeah, their defense is good, but I feel like ours is just there. Really? All right. All right. You know what? Okay. Okay. You know what? Let them talk. Let them talk. All right. Because one thing we need to do, continue to play Warren Central football. All right. Lethal weapon right here. All right. It's all about us. Play with swagger. It's all about us. No one else. No one else matters. We come out there, we play our game, we take care of business, and we finish strong. Good things will happen. This team is poised to make a great run. It just has to start right now and finish strong. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Corey the Kid Smith. Short episode this week. Short and sweet. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Just listened to and watched another great episode of True Warrior Football. Warrior Band, take us away.